What up, it's me, A to Z, and we're back with more Pokemon Black. Now with more lap running. Last time, we caught a new friend, actually. I should point that out. We have our new friend, Will. Our newest teammate right here. Also, we caught a Blitzel, but, he's just gonna be around for a little while. But Will is the most important thing. We now have two team members, Will and Kevin. So Kevin's got a brand new friend. Anyway, we also went to Wellspring Cave, rescued the little girl's Pokemon over there, beat Team Plasma Grunts, and then we trained up Will, walked down here, talked about a bunch of new Pokemon that we can catch. This time, we are going to continue our adventure and actually head down towards Nacrene City. And we're going to do that by fighting more chunks and leveling up Will. Even if Pokemon have not been fully trained, they can show their potential depending on the trainer's style. Well, my style is hit hard, hit fast. I think I can actually talk about that. I've never really talked about my preferences of, Pokemon and what I really go for when I do competitive battling, because I do have competitive knowledge. I mean, you can tell from some of my bios that I bring my competitive knowledge in there. So it's just, assurance. Because that was critical. I don't get the critical, even though I have super luck. Watch critical kick in.
I can see the future!
Oh my god. Cue the I can see the future emotes. Oh man. I'll probably slip that thing in there. Why the hell not? Anyway, but yeah, I never really talked about just my preference for which Pokemon I like in competitive battles. Honestly, I'm a fan of sweepers and like fast attackers. Those are the kind of Pokemon I prefer using, really. So, I mean, Dragon Dance users, Quiver Dance users, I really like using those. And then just naturally fast Pokemon in general, like Weavile or whatever. I usually prefer Pokemon like that. That's kind of been me. I've never really been inclined to using, tanks or walls or anything like that. I'm not knocking them, it's just... my personal style is hit hard, hit fast. That's kind of just been me in a nutshell. Alright, let's switch Kevin out, because Will, I think, is caught up. Kevin's only level 18. Will's good to go at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much been my style for competitive battling. That's just how I am. I just prefer fast, quick Pokemon. I can make slower Pokemon work, but as long as they're like really competent attackers, like Kevin. What can you learn by losing? I feel like there's a Eureka. What can you learn by losing? Get good. That's what you learn. I guess I can finally show off this dark grass. Charon mentioned this dark grass at the end of the last episode, and how you have a chance of running into two Pokemon at once. So let me put Kevin out front and see if we get this to happen right off the bat. No, it's just gonna be another Pokemon here. Also, I did mention the Pokemon in darker grass are higher levels, so it is better for training in here. So if you want to train, use darker grass. From here on out, we are going to be seeing darker grass in every route. Well, in routes that there are grass. There are some routes that don't have grass, so you're not going to run into darker grass there, which is pretty obvious. But in routes where there are grass, there will be darker grass in every route. God damn it, we're not running into things. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to cut away until I actually run into multiple Pokemon in the dark grass. There we go. Once you hear that music, you know we've got a Wild Blitzel and Pidove. So go get him, Kevin and Will. Alright, just for safety's sake, I'm going to get rid of that Blitzel first because Will would be in danger. And then, Will, you just attack that other one. Alright. Or he'll Quick Attack. I know I learned Shockwave at 10. That's when my Blitzel learned it. Whatever, I'm not sweating it. Kevin's got this. But yeah, that's what'll happen when you run into this dark grass. You'll have a chance to bring in two Pokemon at once. And like I said, you can only catch a Pokemon when there's one on the field. So now that we've killed that Blitzel, we can catch that Pidove if we want. But we already have Will, so we don't need another one. In fact, Will's gonna show how much we don't need another one by killing this guy. Attaboy, Will. Will this level up Kevin? It will, level 19. Kevin is really growing up here. Will's a little bit far behind. Will still got... yeah, cutting away because we've already seen this. Now that we've seen it, we're going to be seeing it more than ever. Whatever, I'll be back when I'm done. Finally out of this grass. My god, I actually ran into another thing while doing this. Oh, there's an item down. I'm not risking it. Whatever. Every time! Every time! Why is it that whenever I take one step into the wild grass, this is the trend of every Pokemon game. Every time I don't want to run into something, I will run into something. At least it's not Zubats. My god. Whatever. Okay. Now this item is an awakening. Alright. So then, what's this one down here? Do I really want to go through this grass? Do I have any repels? I don't know if I have any repels. Let me double check. I have 8. Okay, good. I'm just gonna use one right now because screw it. I don't trust my luck. Great ball. It's pretty great. Alright, I know there's one more trainer here, and I know what he has, and I'm kind of glad I got Kevin out front for this. Let's see. I was just thinking about a new battle strategy. Let me test it out on you and fail miserably. Alright, Edgar. You're going to... hit up first. Whatever, that's fine. Kevin. Kevin will take him out first. I could have started off with Will and would have been totally fine. Anyway, what I was talking about, right, my competitive battling and all that, how I just like faster Pokemon. I'm not knocking walls in general. They're good. I've just never really been inclined to that type of playstyle, to stalling and everything. I'm not saying stalling is bad, it's not my personal thing. I prefer to sweep when I have my Pokemon, so I will usually run hyper-offensive teams. Also, this is why I had Kevin, because Roggenrola and its sturdy ability, Arm Thrust just bypasses that. A new battle strategy only works if you stick with it. Well, I didn't even get to see your strategy. I know all kinds of things, like walk through the swaying tall grass, you might find a cool Pokemon. That's how I found Will. Also, we made it. That's it. We have made it to Nacrene City. I should have bought more Pokeballs. A Pokemon I wanted to catch just came out and I missed it. Hello, trainer. I think potions are important for a trip. But yeah, you missed the oh my god. Thank God that this is not Pokemon Go where you actually have to aim the goddamn Pokeball. That would be stupid. That would be stupid if that were in a Pokemon game. Anyway, hi, I have some questions for you. If you want to play, do you prefer outside or at home? Let's just say at home. I see. Which one are you interested in? The thing that everybody knows or the thing that nobody knows? Well, I tend to consider myself a maverick, if that's even the word for it. I prefer the thing that nobody knows so I can surprise people with my knowledge. I'd say you're quite relaxed. Well, that depends. Repel wore off. Anyway, here we are, and Nuvema challenged one of the Stratton gym leaders, Silent Chili and Cress, and was victorious. They're watching you. The billboards know everything. Bulletin boards. Anyway, so here's a preview of Nacrene City. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to Nacrene City, and Sharon got here ahead of us. Come with me a sec. Why are we getting tutorial music? If you go straight from here, there's a Pokemon Center. And use these if you want. We get Chesto Berries, which is fitting because we just got an Awakening. Give your Pokemon a Chesto Berry to hold, then if it ever falls asleep, it'll wake up immediately. Oh, and another piece of advice. Nacrene City's gym leader uses normal types. If you have fighting type Pokemon, it might give you a big advantage. Well, it's a good thing Kevin flexes his muscles. And unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle. Anyway, let me heal real quick. Alright, so here we are in Nacrene City. Let's explore a little bit, because I know there's a few houses I actually want to check out. I don't remember if this is one of them. This is one of them. Okay, perfect. That thing you have is a Pokedex, isn't it? Wow, cool. You collect Pokemon. Okay, I'll help you. Which Pokemon did you choose at the beginning of your journey? Now, this is weird, because it actually lets you pick. So you can lie. And depending on what you pick, you will get a different item. Now, no matter who you picked, just lie and say Oshawott. Because then you will get a Mystic Water. If you pick Tepig, you'll get a Charcoal. If you pick Snivy, you will get a, Miracle Seed. Don't bother with those because you actually get the Charcoal and the Miracle Seed not too far from now, but there's a pretty big gap until you get the Mystic Water. And these are just type boosting items. Miracle Seed boosts grass type moves, Charcoal boosts fire type moves, and Mystic Water boosts water type moves. But just don't bother with, oh, we can't get that yet. We have to go through the actual route. Don't bother with the other two because you actually get the Miracle Seed, like, very soon from now. And the Charcoal, not that far off. The Mystic Water, there's a bit of a gap until then. I think there's a girl here. No. Dia's wireless communications is great. We can trade Pokemon with people who are far away. No, you can't. Because it got shut down. Alright, there's a house in here that has something. It's got an in-game trade, I know that much. And I'm not gonna go over this in-game trade until... Yes, this girl right here. Hi, do you have a Pokemon called Cottony? Would you like to trade your Cottony for my Petalil? No. But I'll go over those two Pokemon later, because we can actually catch those two Pokemon... Well, one of those two, depending on the version you play. Anyway, there's a place. We don't want to go there yet. Matter of fact, we're actually gonna head out to the next route. Oh, by the way... Oh, didn't mean to walk into the cafe, whatever. But, yeah, here's an accordion player playing along to the song. How do you like the sound of accordions? After playing Breath of the Wild and listening to Cass's theme so much, I love accordions now. Just gonna say that. Oh, speaking of... I just meant... This is the first time I mentioned Breath of the Wild. Guess who finally has a Nintendo Switch? This guy. Guess I should just bring that up. Anyway, I'm actually gonna head out here and do some stuff here. Do a little bit of extra training before we head to this gym. So if we talk to you, yo, traveling trainer, are your Pokemon getting stronger? Here, this might come in handy. You get TM94 Rock Smash. Rock Smash is a move that sometimes reduces your foe's defense stat. It's super effective against normal type Pokemon, which Gym Leader Lenora likes. So yeah, Rock Smash is a TM. We're not gonna fight you. Oh, we have to fight you, first of all. Let me get Herdier out front because, you know, why not? This is actually an interesting mechanic here. If you talk to this person here, are you going deeper in the Pinwheel Forest or to challenge the rock? To the challenge rock. Either way, unless you're tough, you'll just be rooted to the spot. So yeah, believe it or not, we're actually fighting this girl here. She is a nurse, and she will have a Muna. So you actually do want to fight her, because defeating her gives you a very good reward. And you'll see what it is once we defeat her, once Herdier uses Bite. Not expecting it to one-hit kill, but I'm expecting it to do a sizable amount of damage. Maybe flinch. Maybe flinch. Yeah, there we go. Good job, Herdier. Alright. One more bite. We'll finish it off. There we go. And that'll do it. And we defeated Nurse Sherry. You are very tough. So once we talk to you, tough trainer, I will make your Pokemon healthy. She's a free Pokemon Center. So if you ever run into nurses or doctors, those are the two classes that you can run into. After you beat them, you just have to go back and talk to them whenever you want, and they'll free heal you. So you do not have to go back to a Pokemon Center. That is actually really, really convenient. Okay, let me get Kevin back out front. Anyway, so now while we're going through here, this is actually a good route to go through if you didn't pick Tepig and you don't have a fighting type with you, because you can actually catch some fighting type Pokemon here, and I will go over them right now while I fight these kids. Hi, trainer. Please show me what kinds of Pokemon you were training. Okay, say hi to Kevin. Anyway, so the first Pokemon that we can run into here is Timber. Timber is the Machop of this game. This is starting to become a trend right now. So Timber is more or less a stereotypical fighting type Pokemon. It's pretty slow. I kind of just say slow loosely. It's not horribly slow, but it's got respectable bulk overall, and its physical attack is phenomenal. Its physical strength really becomes apparent as it evolves into a girl. Prankster! Go over friggin' whatever. I'll go over that in a little bit. We'll run into Cottony later on. I'll go over that. But yeah, its physical strength becomes more apparent as it evolves into Girder. To evolve into the Conkeldurr, you have to trade it, just like Machoke. So Conkeldurr hits incredibly hard with 140 base attack and access to abilities that further augment its physical attack stat. So whether it's Guts, Sheer Force, or Iron Fist, which unfortunately, that is a hidden ability. And the ability you run can really determine what set you run. If you have Guts, you can slap a Flame Orb on this thing. If you have Sheer Force, you can give it a Life Orb. Conkeldurr is really flexible, but its main purpose is to hit incredibly hard. But it really does depend on like what ability you're running and what moves you kind of slap on it. So in that sense, I think it's definitely a bit of a Protean, kind of. It has the same role, but the moves you run it really can depend. But if you're able to trade, Conkeldurr is a very reliable Pokemon, and I would recommend it. Anyway, next up is a Pokemon that I believe this kid should have. I think this kid has one. Let's see. No, Roggenrola. Anyway, I know another trainer in the group has it, but I guess I'll just go over it now. Tympole, the Poliwag of this game. It never ends. Tympole is a pretty interesting water type. Like Poliwag, it starts off with pretty mediocre stats all around, but its speed stat is its highest stat. When it evolves into Palpitoad, it becomes a bit more bulky like Poliwhirl, and it gains a ground subtype, so it finally gets stabbed from Mudshot, which it does learn as a Tympole. As Seismitoad when it's fully evolved, its stats are a lot more balanced, and it can serve as somewhat of a mixed attacker, and it actually has the move pool to use it pretty well. Because besides water and ground type attacks, it can learn some off-the-wall physical moves like Brick Break and Rock Slide, and it can actually learn some poison type attacks like Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb. It's a shame that this isn't X and Y and Fairy types don't exist yet, because then those poison type attacks would be a lot more useful. But just overall as a water type, Seismitoad, it's not bad. You know, there are better options definitely, but for this early in the game, if you didn't pick Oshawott, or if you don't have Panport, Tympole will kind of suffice. It's not horrible. Alright, Kevin's trying to learn Smog. No, Smog is kind of bad. Give up on Smog. Okay. I should probably... Oh man, this would be good for Blitzel. Although I don't want to neglect Kevin and Will. Let's keep Kevin out. Let's just do it. Anyway, so there's two more Pokemon I can go over, and they're kind of version exclusives, but at the same time they're not, because you can find them in both versions. Well, we're switching out. Anyway, so first off is Throw. Throw is the more defensive option of these two Pokemon you can run into. I guess I should just mention the two Pokemon are Throw and Sock. Throw is easier to find in Pokemon White. So Throw's role is as more of a bulky attacker. Its HP is really high and its defenses aren't the worst thing. Coupled with a respectable attack stat, it can actually deal some damage. The problem is, Throw is kind of too slow to really sweep anything, and its attack stat isn't that high. However, you could run a Rest Talk set if you use Guts for its ability, because, you know, like, once its Guts boosts its attack when it has a status effect, and Sleep does count, so Rest Talk sets are a thing. It's not a terrible Pokemon, it's just a bit tricky to use. Anyway, and like I said, it's easier to find in White. However, if you're playing Pokemon Black, you will more likely run into Sock, which is the more offensive option. Let me switch out Will, because I think he's going to be helpful for this. But Sock, in my opinion, is considerably better than Throw. It's got a better stat spread, its defenses aren't terrible, and its speed stat, I talk English good, its speed stat is a lot more acceptable compared to Throw, so it does a better job as an attacker. It also does have access to Sturdy, so it does have the chance to survive for at least 2 turns, so you could set up with something like Bulk Up or whatever. Sock is actually very, very good this early in the game. The fact that you can actually catch one right before Nacrene Gym, which is a normal type like Sharon said, you should be able to get through, like, really, really easily. That's just, Sock makes Nacrene Gym kind of a joke. But that, again, that's if you didn't pick Kevin. Anyway, that's pretty much all the Pokemon that you can run into here. So, I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about here. So at this point, I'm just gonna like finish up training. Maybe I'll just cut the episode after I make it to a certain point, after I just kill this guy. Why am I using Air Cutter? I have a better nature for physical attacks. And Will is a better physical attacker. I just caught these Pokemon, I haven't raised them yet. So why did you think that they were gonna beat me? This is where the dark grass is. This is a very good place to train up for the Nacrene Gym. Alright, Repulse Effect wore off. No, it did not, because I'm gonna throw another one up right now. Anyway, so once we go through here, there's actually gonna be something of interest here if we have a fighting type Pokemon. Well, let's fight you. I trained and trained like a madman, and my Pokemon trained even more. Alright, cool, Mr. Black Belt, man. Hey-ya! Karate Chop! Go, Timber! But yeah, there's a lot of fighting type Pokemon here, so if you don't have a fighting type Pokemon, just come here and catch one first before you head to Nacrene Gym. But, again, I got Kevin, so I'm not worried. Of course, I didn't want him to kill us. I'm not surprised, to be perfectly honest. Will is not known for special attacking, he's more of a physical attacker, which is a shame that he doesn't learn more, you know, physical flying type attacks. Anyway, even though I lost, I'm energetic. You know what, that's actually really good that you can have that high energy even though you lose. Anyway, this rock here. It's a challenge rock. Would you like to have Kevin smash the rock? So if you have a fighting type Pokemon, you can come to this rock every day and smash the rock with, I think, one fighting type Pokemon. I think you can only do this once a day. So Kevin tried to smash the rock. A piece of the rock broke away. And we got a star piece. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. The star piece is a really good selling item, so you can just get extra money with that. Let me fight this last trainer, and then we'll call it an episode. I test the challenge rock with my fist every day. It is important to make steady progress, little by little. Wait, so you punch the rock, or your Pokemon punches the rock? Because I can't imagine punching the rock would end well for you. You'd probably have a broken knuckle or something. I can just imagine. I train every day, punching this rock. Ah! Damn it! Ah, my knuckles! Why did I think this was a good idea? I got a little bit too into that. Anyway. Alright, so we finish you, and then that's pretty much all the trainers here. We can't go on. You saw that there was a forest. Oh, look, it's to level 19. Good for you, Will. Anyway, I still have not tried hard enough. I can't punch the rock without hurting myself. I have failed as a black belt. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Oh, there's an item here. What do we have here? We got a netball. Catches water and bug type Pokemon easily. Anyway, think we're gonna cut this one here. Next time, after some off-screen training, we're gonna finally head to Nacrene Gym. So yeah, and my team will be considerably leveled up, and they will be ready to take on the gym leaders. So we're gonna cut it here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with more Pokemon Black.